Two is the real proof that you have the Holy Ghost, because the Holy Ghost comes, his purpose is to help us lead a godly life. But the fruit, the evidence, that word fruit is a derivative of the word product, meaning like produce. Some of you probably have never thought about it and processed the language like that, but you find fruit in the produce section. Produce, product. All of these words work interchangeably. They work hand in hand. The fruit of the Spirit, the evidence of the Spirit, the product of the Spirit, the productivity of the Spirit, the proof that you have the Spirit, the fruit, the offspring of the Spirit, the characteristics of the Spirit is love. You can tie my bow tie all day, but if you got a heart full of hate, you do not have the Holy Ghost. Because the purpose of the Holy Ghost was not to make you speak in tongues. The purpose of the Holy Ghost was to make you love everybody. The speaking in tongues is just a fringe benefit. But love is a necessity. If you do not have love, you do not have the Holy Ghost. Not love for people who love you. You got to love everybody. You got to love people that don't love you. You got to love people that hate you. You got to love people that curse you. That's the proof that you have the Holy Ghost. The fruit of the Spirit, the offspring of the Spirit, the characteristics of the Spirit is love, joy. Some of y'all need to snap out of some of this depression. Because no matter what's going on in a child of God's life, we're able to snap out of it. It may get you for a second. It may get you for a day. It may get you for a week. But when you have the Holy Ghost, I said, when you have the Holy Ghost, I don't care what's going on in your life. You understand that there is no temptation except those things that's common to man. And no matter what I'm going through, God has already provided a way out for me, a way for me to escape. And the Holy Ghost will transform your thinking. When you have the Holy Ghost, because of that joy and then that peace that comes, you don't look at the world through a glass that's half empty. You look at the world through a glass that might be half full. Everything may not be perfect, but your perspective changes. A few months ago, I sent a couple of members of my UCOGIC team to check out some things and to bring me back a report and give me some ideas on how we could probably do things a little better and more expeditiously. And it was so amazing. I sent a couple of people out to the same place. And when they brought me their reports back, one report, the only thing in the report was negativity. Everything that they found wrong at the event. And the other report was all positive. Everything they saw good at the event that we could possibly incorporate. And so I asked the two of them, did you all go to the same event? And a lot of us live our lives that way. We're in the same event. One person sees the blessing of the Lord, and then here you are stuck in your rut. you see is doom and gloom. You're in the same family. One member of your family see the blessings of the Lord on your family, and here you are. All you can see is how the devil is sending your family to hell in a handbasket. Some of you need to change your perspective. The problem is not with the world. The problem is on the inside of you. For one person, when it rains, we see the blessing of the rain. Somebody else, when it rains, they just fussing. But don't you know if it never rained, the world would be all out of whack? You got to learn how to find the good in everything. And that's what the Holy Ghost does. He helps us lead a godly life. No matter what's going on, I still love you. No matter what's going on, I still got joy. No matter what's going on, I still have peace. No matter what's going on, I'm determined I'm going to make it. That's the Holy Ghost. That's his purpose, to help you lead a godly life. And that's why when you're really spirit-filled, people who are around you, they will look at you and they think you don't have any problems. Anybody a witness of that? Sometimes you don't know how you're going to make ends meet yourself, and people around you calling you, asking you for money. Because God will make you look like you don't have a care in the world. Because the Holy Ghost changes your perspective on life. I might be broke today, but baby, I'm not poor because I'm a king's kid. And my daddy just hadn't sent me my ATM card yet. Your perspective changes. But I listen to some of you, and I want you to hear me, and I'm saying this in love. If some of you don't change your mentality, if you don't change your attitude, you will never be blessed. You will never prosper. As long as you continue to play this victim role, God will not bless you. God does not bless victims. God blesses those that get a victorious mindset. If the truth be told, all of us are victims of something. If the truth be told, all of us have been taken advantage of at some point in time. But the difference is those that persevere says, even though you may have gotten me this time, my Father is still rich with houses and lands. He holds the wealth of the world in his hand. And right now I might be in between blessings, but I'm coming out of this situation. I may not have two nickels to rub together, but because of the Holy Ghost, I'll never let you know it. I might have to take a lunch to work from now until 2020. It's all right. I'm going to make you think I'm just cheap. I'm not going to let you know I'm broke. I'm not going to let you know I ain't got nothing else. I'm not going to let you know I don't have lunch money. You could just think I got it going on and I'm cheap. Because the Holy Ghost changes your mentality. And it doesn't matter what happens, what comes your way. You learn how to be like a duck. When that water hits that duck, he just let it roll off his back. Shake himself a little bit. Keep on going. Some of you haven't shook yourself in a while. Some of you are letting life's cares weigh on you. Woo! Woo-wee, I got some money doing Holy Ghost month. Thank you so much. But some of you are letting things rest on you too much. But it's not supposed to rest on you. Jesus said, cast your care upon him. Some of you trying to be all things to all people. You can't be all things to all people. You can only be a child of God. You can only live a godly life. You can only show them a godly example. But your life is not supposed to point them to you. Your life through the Holy Ghost is supposed to point them to him. Now unto him. Not now unto me, but now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly. See, that's what that Holy Ghost will do. He gives you that mindset to understand it's not about me, but it's unto him. About to get evicted, but now unto him. Car about to get repossessed, now unto him. I'm going to look down and out right now, but now unto him. I'm homeless right now, but now unto him. Don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, but now unto him. Children getting ready to go back to school. Wasn't able to buy them any school clothes, but now unto him that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you could ask or think. But you see, the importance of the Holy Ghost is according to the power that works on the inside. If you don't get the right focus, if you don't get the right perspective, the only thing that's going to be working on the inside of you is something wrong. But when the Holy Ghost comes on the inside, he allows the right thing to be working on the inside of you, because the only thing God is going to do for you has been set by what's already in you. He sets the parameters by putting things in you. As I get ready to close, see, a lot of us spend so much time trying to strengthen weaknesses, and we don't spend time perfecting strengths. But what the Holy Ghost does is the Holy Ghost will come and he deals with your weaknesses. But he wants you to succeed in life, and he handles your weaknesses. He convicts you in those areas where you're falling short. But he starts giving you wisdom on how to strengthen the things you're already good at. If you are going to experience success, chances are success is not going to come from a strength and weakness. Success is going to come from a perfected strength. And those strengths that God puts in us, that's what I like to call the blessing of the Lord. He says, the blessing of the Lord, he maketh rich, and he has no sorrow. What are those things that the Holy Ghost has already gifted you to do? What are those things that you can just naturally do? Those are the things, when you get the Holy Ghost, he changes your perspective. Here you are, you are naturally good with your hands, but you have decided you want to be a mathematician. God has put building in your hands, but you want to be a mathematician, and you don't even know that 4 times 0 is 0.